Hello and welcome to Devon Park here in Oklahoma City. You're watching the 2025 USA Softball Men's Major National Championship. I'm Jim Flanagan here with Luciano Lofrano and all the folks at Softball Premier TV. Happy to bring this one to you. This one getting underway just a little bit late. The 10 o'clock game with Hill United and the Pueblo Bandits just finishing up. So we've had to hustle in and trade chairs with Mr. Loboditis. Peter was on hand to do the Hill United game, did a great job with it. We'll be doing this one for you. This is the Drillers. We had them last night. First pitch just about into Team Marquez. That's our matchup. Both of these teams winners in their respective games on Thursday night. Team Marquez a winner over Ostrander. I guess something of an upset. Ostrander coming in as the number 6 ranked team. And the Drillers, of course, the number 3 ranked team. Last night, a close ball game, closer than a lot of people thought it might be. They came away a 3-2 winner over the St. Louis Honey Badgers, who played very well. Some outstanding defense from that team out of St. Louis. In the circle, Max Montero, defensively for the Drillers. Familiar faces in the outfield. It's Jordan Solario in left, Tio Migliavaca in center, Riley Macchia over in right field. Infield left to right, Blaine Milheim at third, Cam Schiller at short. Zach Shaw diving for that one at second base. So aboard with a base hit is the leadoff hitter, Cesar Rodriguez. We're underway. Finishing the defensive lineup for the Drillers, Thomas Inoka over at first base, Juan Zara behind the plate. And as we said, the Argentine Max Montero, Maximilian in the circle. Stepping into the plate now is Khalil Luna, their second baseman. Shows bunt but pulls back. So Rodriguez starting off the game with a single to right field. If you joined us late, you haven't missed much at all. This one starting about 30 minutes late. Hill United hanging on to beat the Pueblo Bandits. They'll move on in the winner's bracket. You'll get a chance to see more of them as this tournament progresses. On the other side of the bracket, the Bear Creek Gremlins, formerly, of course, the New York Gremlins, winning their morning game, so they will move on in the winner's bracket. Swing and a miss on a good drop ball from Montero. Montero, one of a large group of pitchers out of Argentine. High fly ball to Tio Migliavaca. He camps under it. Misspoke. Is, of course, Waymo Mata. Montero is the Argentine pitcher on Team Marquez. So Mata got about 3 innings of work in last night, surrendered a home run, but managed to pitch through that and came away the winner in the Thursday night ball game. Fabian Vizcaino will step in, the catcher for Team Marquez. For those of you unfamiliar with the Team Marquez, they have won the Las Vegas tournament a couple of times way out west in my neck of the woods. Eric Ochoa of the Gremlins and USA national teams sometimes plays with them in that tournament. They had Jorge Segura pitching for them for a time in Las Vegas. Very good hitting team. They'll knock the ball around. Right now, batting here in the first inning with Cesar Rodriguez at first. And just 1 out recorded. Ball downstairs inside. The Drillers got more than a handful last night from the St. Louis Badgers. They hung in till the very end. The Drillers having to escape with a 3-2 victory. Went through a couple 3 pitchers in the process. The Honey Badgers with a young Czech pitcher, Zelinka, and he was relieved by Matthias Echevers from Argentina. Yet another Argentine pitcher pitching at the top men's level. Ball downstairs. So the count runs full, 3-2 to Fabian Vizcaíno. Check swing, a little roller foul. So defensively for the Drillers, Solario from Mexico in left field, Migliavaca, Argentine. Over in right field, Riley Macchia from New Zealand. Thomas Inoka at first base, also from New Zealand. Third base, shortstop, and second base is the USA national team infield. Swing and a miss on a, looked like he took a little bit off that one. So he's down on strikes for out number 2. And Juan Zara from Argentina as well. So straight up the middle, Zara, Wemul Mata, and Tio Migliavaca. They say your strength is up the middle. And certainly that holds true for the Drillers. Here's Carlos Marquez, the nameplate for this Team Marquez squad. So if you're following the bracket and the rankings, number 1, Hill United winner this morning. Number 2, Gremlins winner this morning. Number 3, Drillers, a winner last night and on the field here right now. JDT number 5, they were a winner last night. Bear Creek Express will square off with them, so you'll have a battle of 4 versus 5 in their next matchup. So lots of great competition at the upper levels of this sport. Fourteen teams in the tournament. It's a double elimination, 3-game guarantee, so you play 3 games regardless as far as the first 2, how they go. Championship game slated for Sunday morning at 10 a.m. That one sails to the backstop. Zara catches it on a bounce, but Rodriguez able to help himself to 60 feet of real estate. He now in scoring position. Two is the count on Marquez. 2 outs in the inning. Team Marquez looking to get on top. Swing and a miss late on that one. Good pitch away from the left-hander. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Wemul Mata. For Team Marquez, 1 hit, no runs, a runner stranded at second base. We'll head to the home half of the first inning, get our first look at the Drillers today. We'll be right back with more great action from the 2025 USA Softball Men's Major National Championship right here in Oklahoma City. By the USA national team. They, of course, will be here in 3 years right on this field playing in the LA 28 Olympics against the rest of the world. Hadn't seen that commercial, but it's a great one. The dreams they have. A little bunt out in front of the plate. Throw goes wide. Tio's going to round second, help himself to third base. He'll stop there standing. Takes a look at coming home, and now he will, as another throw wide of its mark gives the Drillers a run right off the top of the mark. We talked about Tio Migliavaca last night. I mentioned that he loves to drop down the bunt for the base hit, catch people off guard. He loves to do it early in the game. All night long he proved me wrong, and then he comes out here and does it first thing today. Good bunt, but the throws were errant, so credit Tio with a base hit. Couple of errors on the play. Translation, 1 run for the Drillers. Here's Jordan Solario. Was talking about Migliavaca just this morning at breakfast, talking about his versatile skills. He can bunt well. He can bunt for a hit well. He can slap the ball and also hit for power. One of the most dangerous offensive players in the game. There's a hard shot up the middle. That's a base hit for Solario. So back-to-back hits for the Drillers as they get underway here. In the two games last night, there were two unranked opponents for the number 5 JDT and the number 3 ranked Drillers. Both of those unranked squads put a run up on the board early, so the ranked powers that be had to play a little bit of catch up. Here in this one, Drillers making sure they want to be the team out in front right from the get-go. With that commercial from USA, we were a little late on our defenses. We'll catch you up with those as we go, but in the circle is the aforementioned Maximilian Montero. Pitching to Fabian Vizcaino. In the outfield, left to right, Cesar Rodriguez, Iran Torres, and Josafat Sosa over in right field. Around the horn at third, Alejandro Garcia. Guadalupe Ayon is the shortstop. Khalil Luna, the second baseman, and Carlos Marquez, the nameplate. He's over at first base, so that's defense for Team Marquez. Batting order for the Drillers, it'll be Blaine Milheim third after Solario's hit. So he at the plate right now. Riley Macchia in the cleanup spot. Marshall Cronk, the DP, in the 5 spot. Thomas Inoka hitting 6th, Cam Schiller 7th, Juan Zara 8th, and Zach Shaw, the pride of Mississippi State, in the 9 spot. Swing and a miss on a good rise ball. Milheim looking off into the sky on that one, wondering what might have been. Not the pitch he was looking for, I think. So he's down on strikes, 1 out in the inning. Riley Macchia. Riley from New Zealand, of course, part of that silver medal team in last week's World Cup. First pitch swinging right down to third. He goes to second. They get the leader. Good defensive play by third baseman Alejandro Garcia. But I think they're saying foul. Everybody will go back to where they started. Here you see on the replay, looked like it was right down the line. It was, just not quite fair territory. Takes a little change up. They'll go for the appeal. No, he did not go. Solario with good speed at first. Macchia with good power at the plate. 1 run in for the Drillers. And 1 out. Outside edge of the plate, good spot for Montero. Montero, one of the group of Argentine pitchers that came up starting with that 2012 junior team. Waymo Mata, Roman Godoy, of course, 2 other great ones from that group. Sebastian Gervasudi, if fans remember Sebastian, likewise one of Argentine's first pitchers over to North America. Fly ball into deep center field. That one's going to carry and bounce off the top of the back fence. Home run, 2-run shot for Riley Macchia. We talked about the power, and they're on display. We were waiting to see where that one would land. We'll let you see it on the replay. Here it is. The fence is 250. I mean the front fence. The back one is 300 feet. And if the camera caught it, you'll see that one bounce off the back fence 300 feet away. Moonshot. So the Drillers with a 3 spot already. Marshall Cronk at the plate. Lots of power right on through that Northeast Drillers lineup. You've got someone like Cam Schiller with great power hitting 7th today. Not an easy assignment for the pitchers. That one's a little flare into center field, and a running catch by Luna going away with his back to home plate. Great defensive play by Khalil. Enjoy that one on the replay. This is the definition of why I never played second base. Hardest position on the diamond. We'll get another look at it if we get a chance, maybe at the end of the inning. But a fine running catch by Luna. It'll bring Thomas Inoka to the plate. Problem with playing second base, I could never figure out where to stand. If you play it long enough, I guess you learn the ropes. Luna certainly has, but not an easy catch that he just made. Thomas, one of the members of the silver medal winning New Zealand Black Sox team in the World Cup just last week. He and brother Ben, who is here with the Gremlins, two of the leaders in that group. Stats almost matching. I think they had the same number of hits or close to it. RBIs, runs scored, you name it. They are a potent duo. And of course you saw Riley Macchia with his power just a moment ago. No surprise to see New Zealand once again in the championship game of the World Cup. Hard ground ball off the glove over at third. That one's going to be fair. Rounding first and on his way to second with a stand-up double is Thomas Inoka. Very much like the ball we saw hit earlier, but that one was foul. This one right at the bag. Good effort by Alejandro Garcia, but only managed to get Leather to slow it down. Still 2 outs. Montero looking for the third out. Here's Cam Schiller. And all he did in Prince Albert at the World Cup was make all-world shortstop. Out of the 8 finalist teams, he was the all-world shortstop. Cam wound up hitting just under 500 on the tournament at one point in the early going. He was 7 for 9. I think he wound up with 9 or 10 hits, lots of RBIs. One of the high points for the USA national team in their bronze medal run. Hard ground ball to second. Luna ranging over to his left nicely. Flips it over to first to Carlos Marquez for the final out. But the Drillers put a 3 spot on the board to start the game. We'll be back with the top half of the second inning right after this. You're watching the 2025 USA Softball Men's Major National Championship from the OKC. Top half of the second inning here at Devon Park in Oklahoma City. If you joined us late, Team Marquez, Cesar Rodriguez led off the first with a single, got as far as second, and then it was 1-2-3 by Waymo Mata. Right now it's 5, 6, and 7. That's Alejandro Garcia. He'll be followed by Guadalupe Ayan, the shortstop, and then Josefat Sosa hitting behind him. The Drillers with a 3 spot in their first inning. Tio Migliavaca bunting for a single, coming all the way around to score on 2 throwing errors by Team Marquez. And then, of course, the 300-foot home run by Riley Macchia, bringing home Jordan Solario ahead of him. That's where we are right now in the second. Foul tip. It's a double elimination format. Both of these teams coming off of wins previously. Drillers last night a 3-2 winner over the Honey Badgers. Team Marquez a winner over number 6 ranked Ostrander. Change up, and he knew it. Taken for a call. Third strikeout of the game thus far for Mata. Mata worked just 3 innings of last night's game. He had 5 strikeouts against the Honey Badgers. Here's Guadalupe Ayan. Guadalupe, the shortstop on this Marquez squad, swinging a miss on the inside riser. Lots of great Argentine players in this national championship. Argentina conspicuous from their absence from the Super Round at last week's World Cup. They did not qualify. I think a lot of people had them among the favorites, and understandably so. They didn't, but they'll pick up from there and move forward. Ball high. In that Ostrander game last night, Marquez defeating Roman Godoy, one of the other top Argentine pitchers. Little change up in for a call, 3rd strike, and just like the one to Garcia before it, caught Ayan flat-footed. So 2 up, 2 down quickly. 4 strikeouts in the game for Mata, and it'll bring the right fielder, Josefat Sosa, to the plate. Foul tip, good location on the pitch by Mata, came inside. Sosa, a big fellow, looking to get his arms extended, not able to do that on the pitch from Mata. In for a call, strike on the outside edge. Mata very sharp today. Gave up the home run, as we mentioned yesterday, in that first inning against the Honey Badgers, and then settled down. Comes out today looking like he's picking it up in progress. Sharp from the beginning. A little further out, doesn't chase, does Mr. Sosa. Outfield straight away, Solario a little shallower than Migliavaca and Macchia over in right. Downstairs low. Fairly easy to gauge the distance that outfielders are playing here at Devon Park. If you look closely at the outfield grass, you'll see the outfielders camping just in front of what looks like a ridge. That's where the women's fences go. Women play at 200, 220 in center. And most of the outfielders in this tournament somewhere just in front of that ridge. Solario, as we said, much shallower than the other two. 250 are the fences all the way around. The back fence 300. So the count runs full, 3-2 to Sosa. Up high, and he lets him get away. Good at bat by Josafat Sosa. Works the walk. That'll bring Gabriel Medina to the plate. Medina, the DP for this Marquez squad.
Now batting number 24, Gabriel Medina.
Little slow roller up along third, foul. Oh, one pitch right down the heart of Main Street, taken for a called second strike. Sosa at first, looking across the diamond for the signs. Not running, holds up on that one. They appeal it. Don't need to appeal it. In for a called third. He did go. So Mata with 3 strikeouts in the inning, a walk sandwiched in between them. 14 Marquez, no runs, the walk and 1 left. We've played an inning and a half. We'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. Be back right after this with more great action. Men's Major here at Devon Park. Welcome back to Devon Park here in Oklahoma City, the premier softball facility in the world, and appropriately on Softball Premier TV. Happy to be bringing these games to you. For the Drillers, they'll send up 8-9 and then back to the top of the order. That's Zara Shaw, and back to Tio Migliavaca at the top of the order. Laced into left field, foul. So the Drillers coming out very aggressive. 3 hits in that first inning, scoring the 3 runs. And first pitch swinging here is Juan Zara. Have to think that if anybody in the ballpark knows Max Montero, it's Juan Zara. Having caught him through the years down in Paraná and other places around the world. Laced up the middle for a base hit. That one just beyond the reach of Khalil Luna. Not especially hard hit ball, but right where it needed to be. Zara aboard with a leadoff single. Zach Shaw will come to the plate. Skipper Ron Hackett, USA national team head coach, talking to our home plate umpire. Looks like we'll have a runner. Give me a moment and we'll pick that one up. So a runner for Zara. That is, of course, not the 2-out catcher rule. It looks to be number 66, Gonzalo Masmu. Masmu, a member of the Gremlins last year in their championship run in this tournament. And coincidentally, also another Argentine player. A bevy of talent coming from that part of the world. Masmu, a fine player in his own right. Good speed over there at first. A little flare. That one's going to fall in front of the left fielder. Rounding second is Masmu. He'll hold. So Rodriguez coming in to make the play. So Zach Shaw with a single to follow the one by Zara. Masmu at second, Shaw at first, still nobody out, and back to the top of the order. Migliavaca scoring the first run of the game. As we said, a bunt single in front of the plate. Caught everybody napping. They picked it up and threw it away. He scampered around second base, and on his way to third, they hurried another throw, and he came all the way around to score. Foul tip. Interesting move by Ron Hackett to put in a pinch runner so early in the game for Zara, but with a 3-run lead, maybe looking to put this one away early or try to put it away early. It's a double elimination event, and if you find yourself at the wrong end of the bracket, you might be playing all day. So teams looking to shorten games up if they can. Run rule in play. Try and score your runs early, save your players, and especially save your pitchers for later in the tournament. 1-2 pitch to Migliavaca just off the plate outside. Taken for a ball. Foul tip straight back to the screen. Just missed that one, did Teo. Want to remind fans they can find the official tournament bracket for this tournament at the USA Softball website. Track your favorite teams and their progress through the tournament. Off the plate or not. Well, down goes Teo. That one caught the edge. So first out of the inning recorded, runners still in place. Masmu at second. Zach Shaw at first. The batter will be Jordan Solario. So often those pitcher-catcher matchups where the catcher is facing someone that he has caught before go to the catcher, not this time. Solario with a base hit in the first inning. That one to center field. Came around to score on the 2-run moonshot off the bat of Riley Macchia. In for a call. Strike, good location away from the right-hander Solario. Jordan, one of two brothers playing at this high level of fast pitch. Hails from the Baja California area, Mexico, out west in my neck of the woods. Laced down the line, but it's going to be foul. And if you're seeing empty seats and wondering where fans are, they are up under the bleachers in the shade, or what shade exists here. It's about 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 to 35 degrees Celsius for those of you north. Hot and muggy. Little slow roller to short. He'll go the short way for the out, back to first, not in time. So they get the out at second base. Zach Shaw erased. 6-4 on your scorecard. Solario now at first on the fielder's choice. And Gonzalo Masmu running for Zara over at third. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. It'll be Blaine Milheim to step in. Milheim, a strikeout victim, first time up of the swinging variety. Chased a pitch up. First pitch swinging, foul ball out of play on the right side. Milheim, a member of the bronze medal winning USA national team in last week's World Cup. Contributed one of 4 home runs in that bronze medal game, the defeat over Japan to earn the medal. Jeff Lewis, Eric Ochoa, Blaine Milheim, and Tyler Johnson all with home runs. Japan at one point led 1-0 in the middle of that game, and then the home run derby started and the USA pulled away for the win. Checks his swing, got fooled on that pitch. Outfield fairly deep for Team Marquez. Sosa in right field, giving him a little bit of room out there in right. Pop foul. It's going to be out of play over here on the right side again. Milheim not barreling up those pitches from Montero, or just not quite getting the pitches that he wants and just battling away. A ball and 2 strikes. A little nubber out in front of the plate. Montero shovels to the plate, but not in time to get Masmu. Looked like the only play he had. It was a beautiful bunt down in front of the plate. Or a little nubber, I should say. Had to wait for the ball to get to him. You'll see on the replay here. Full swing of sorts by the batter. He shovels home, but not in time to get the runner. Fabian Vizcaino unable to hold on there. So the run scores. Masmu comes in to score the 4th run. Now down at first base is Milheim on the fielder's choice. High fly ball to center field, back of the 220 mark out there, and in to make the catch is Iran Torres, side retired. But the Drillers add another run. They'll take a 4-0 lead to the top of the 3rd. We'll be back with more great action from Devon Park in the OKC. Top half of the third inning here at Devon Park. The Northeast Drillers on top. 4-0. The winner will advance in the winner's bracket. The loser falls to the elimination round. Another great matchup on tap today. JDT First Energy. They're the number 5 ranked team in the world. They'll take on number 4 Bear Creek Express today. They are in the Hill United end of the bracket, if you will. Winner of this game will advance, and they are in the Bear Creek Gremlin end of the bracket. Those two teams, the Gremlins and Hill United, met in a winner's bracket semifinal last year at Rockford, Michigan in this tournament. Gremlins coming away winners. Hill United then fell to the Oma Tigres, who squared off with the Gremlins in the title game. Gremlins coming away the winner. Gremlins have won this tournament 9 times. They are 1 title away from tying the all-time record set by the Clearwater Bombers. Way back when. Not a lot of discussion about that amongst the Gremlins. They're here to go about their business if it happens. Don't want to put too much pressure on themselves on that. Down on strikes, meanwhile. Goes Iran Torres for the first out of the third inning. Back to the top of the order, Cesar Rodriguez at the plate. Cesar singled to right field to start the game. Got as far as second base, but Mata then a 1-2-3 rest of the first. First pitch swinging again, a little hopper out to second base. Zach Shaw flips it over to Thomas Inoka for the second out. 2 quick outs for the Drillers.
Now batting number 95,
Khalil Luna at the plate, the second baseman, already with 1 outstanding defensive play in the game. Ball downstairs. Luna, also from Argentina, had himself a pretty fair World Cup tournament. 6 hits in 16 at-bats, posting a .375 batting average for Argentina. One of their bright spots in the tournament. Takes one on the inside edge for a called strike. In for a call strike, same location, same call. Luna chatting with the home plate umpire. I think motioning to say he thought the ball was a little bit down, but regardless, the count now at 3-2, full on Khalil Luna. Little hopper down to the pitcher. Montero fires over to Inoka for the out. 1-3 on your scorecard if you're keeping it at home. 3 up and down, easy inning for Waymo Mata. To the fourth we go. Still 4-0 Northeast Drillers on top of Team Marquez. You're watching the 2025 USA Softball Men's Major National Championship from Oklahoma City.
Hey everyone, I'm Amanda Lorenz from the women's national team. My journey as a female athlete started when I was 5 years old, just a crazy kid with a lot of energy. My parents put me in softball to hopefully channel some of that energy positively, and I just absolutely fell in love with competing and being around friends and learning, and I'm just so thankful that they put me in softball because the love has grown from there. Some barriers that I've faced from being a female athlete is feeling like I'm one of the ones at the top of my game, but not feeling like we can really build a living off of that. So having to juggle some different jobs to keep training and trying to stay at the best of my sport while trying to make money to live. When I think about the future of women's sports, I get so excited because the opportunities keep growing year after year, and I'm just so thankful for the ones that came before me because I feel like my generation is the one.
Home half of the fourth for the Drillers. They'll send up 5, 6, and 7. That's Kronk, Inoka, and Schiller. Zara would follow if we get that far. Drillers 4 runs on 5 hits. Team Marquez, no runs, just 1 hit. That was the leadoff single by Cesar Rodriguez back in the first. Nothing since then as Mata stymied the hitters thus far. In for a call, strike inside part of the plate. Swing and a miss late on that one. Good pitch by Montero. The top end of the bracket, the winner's bracket, now working off of the second round. At the start of the day today, there were 8 teams still undefeated. Hill United started the morning with a win over Pueblo, so now just 7 teams undefeated. High hopper, bouncer back to Montero. Quick 1-3 put out. Thomas Inoka at the plate. Thomas with a double last time up. One of 4 hits in that first inning, that 3-run first by the Drillers. In for a call, strike as Montero continues to pound the inside edge, especially against the right-handers. Lifted foul. It's going to be out of play over on the right side. The outfield for Team Marquez giving Inoka plenty of room. Deserved respect for his power. They're each standing right about the fence, the women's fence ridge line out there. So the left fielder's a little bit more than 200 feet away. Center fielder out about the 220 mark. So if you're imagining that bracket from top to bottom, Hill United, the win over Pueblo this morning, they advance into the 3rd round. A little flare pop-up given chase back there is Vizcaíno to make the catch right up against the fence. In that second round winners bracket, JDT First Energy and Bear Creek Express. They square off. They started the same time as we did here at noon. That's 4 versus 5. Bear Creek 4, JDT 5th ranked. The winner of that one will go on to face Hill United. That game on tap for tomorrow at high noon. And then the rest of the winners bracket, you've got this one. Northeast Drillers and Team Marquez. And then below that, the Gremlins and Kegel Black Knights. Swing and a miss on a beautiful changeup. That Kegel Gremlins game will follow this one right here on OGE, the main field here at Devon Park. Laced down the line, just foul. So if you're looking at the rankings thus far, it's going pretty much according to Hoyle. Hill United Chiefs came in as the #1 ranked team in the world. They're already out to the 3rd round. They had a first round bye and a win this morning. #2 Gremlins, a winner. They'll play again today. Ball taken high. Drillers are the #3 ranked team, looking to notch their 2nd win if score holds or something like it. Inside, taken for a ball. This tournament boasts the top 6 teams in the rankings, Ostrander being #6. Kegel Black Knights in the next game, they come in at #9, so they're a top 10 team. Off the plate away. So the count runs full, 3-2. On Cam Schiller with that wide open stance. Foul tip, just missed that one, straight back off the screen. Fly ball to center field, looks to be playable, and it is. Iran Torres coming in to make the catch for out #3. So a good inning for Max Montero. 3 up and down, no runs, no hits, and nobody left for the Drillers. Hitting the midway part of this one in this 2025 Men's Major National. We'll be back with more right after this. Top half of the 4th inning here at Devon Park. Northeast Drillers on top by a 4-0 score. They scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second. That's where we are in this one. 3-4-5 coming up for Team Marquez. That's Vizcaino, Marquez, and Garcia. Marquez, as we mentioned, a winner last night over LC Ostrander, Lake Crystal Ostrander team. So knocking off a #6 ranked team. In for a call, strike. Out in front of that one is Vizcaino. Vizcaino, a strikeout victim first time up against Mott. Ball high. Mata with 5 strikeouts thus far in the game through the first 3 innings. Exactly what he did last night in the ball game against the St. Louis Honey Badgers. High pop-up in the infield, coming over around the dugout to make the catch. Thomas Inoka right up against the railing there. 1 out. Just got under that one. Inoka looking off the railing over there. Out number 1. Here's Carlos Marquez. Marquez also a strikeout victim his first trip to the plate. Ball high. Off the plate away, taken for a ball. So we talked about the Clearwater Bombers having the record of 10 victories in this tournament. Much like the legendary Long Beach Nighthawks from my hometown. 10 ISC World titles. The interesting difference in those days, the Nighthawks played in the ISC, the Clearwater Bombers played in the old ASA, and the two never met, never faced each other. In modern fast pitch, you've got teams like Hill United and the Gremlins, some of the best in the world. They do square off. And he works the walk, does Marquez, so he'll take his spot down at first base. The batter will be Garcia, third baseman for Team Marquez. There you see the last pitch just a little bit down in the strike zone. So the final note on those teams. So the Gremlins have 9 victories in this tournament. They have put together 4 in a row. And looking to notch number 10 if they could. They were the winner last year in Rockford, the year before that in Mankato. We had the honors of broadcasting both of those for you. Comes inside and he hits him. So a little hiccup in the road for Mata. Walks Marquez with 1 out. Now comes inside and hits Garcia. So 2 free passes. While we have just a moment, finishing up the note on last year's tournament, the Gremlins and Hill United faced each other in the winner's bracket semifinal. Gremlins won that game, went on to the championship game. Meanwhile, Hill United wound up facing the Oma Tigres, team out of Mexico with 3 members of the Japanese national team that contributed mightily to their efforts. They lost their first game. Did the Tigres, came all the way back and wound up playing Hill United in the loser's bracket final, and the Tigres upset Hill United before going on to fall to the Gremlins in that championship game, that taking place at Rockford, Michigan last year. So 2 free passes issued by Waymo Mata. Guadalupe Ayon, the shortstop at the plate, went down looking in his first trip. That one comes inside, almost hits Ayon. Doesn't, but the runners will advance 60 feet, so now second and third. So after cruising along for a couple 3 innings, Mata a little bit off kilter here, and that'll bring the skipper out. Ron Hackett's going to go out and see if he can settle things down or see what's up. Ron, we mentioned the head coach of the USA national team, bronze medalist the last 2 cycles, including last week up at Prince Albert in the 2025 World Cup. While they're chatting, just a couple of other notes on Devon Park. The ball field is nicknamed the softball capital of the world. They host the NCAA College Women's World Series. the Phillips 66 Big 12 Softball Championship, the Oklahoma City Spark Games, that's the Women's Pro League, and some of the Olympic trials for the USA Women. And of course, 3 years from now, we'll host the softball competition in the LA 28 Olympics, an honor for this facility and program, the USA softball program, which is headquartered here in OKC, Oklahoma. Back to the action we go. 0-1 now to Ayan. Swing and a miss on a big roundhouse rise ball. So whatever Hackett had to say seems to have settled Mata down a bit. Swing and a miss, same pitch, same result. Ayan, a strikeout victim, his second time today. 6 strikeouts in the game for Mata. And it'll be up to Yosefat Sosa. Here's the pitch on Ayan. You see the glove set up and the rise ball up and away. Sosa walked his last time up. That one's in for a call. Strike on the outside edge. Drillers scoring 3 early in the game. 3 first-inning runs. Look like they might pull away in this one. But Team Marquez has hung in. Off the plate, away for a ball. Swing and a foul tip, that one down in the dirt. Outfield for the Drillers, straight away, Solario shallower and left than the other two. No substitute for young legs. Solario with very good speed, so he can play as he chooses. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Same pitch that he got Ayan on. So settles down, does Mata. Back-to-back strikeouts, number 6 and 7 in the game in that inning. For Team Marquez, no runs, no hits, 2 men left.
Others to play with that kind of energy.
Dreams of the USA softball women's teams. You see them there on the screen. They'll be back here in 3 years. So Devon Park will add to its prestigious legacy. They've been selected to host all softball competition for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, making Oklahoma City the only venue outside of my home in Southern California to host 2 Olympic sports. Canoe slalom is the other, in case you were wondering, but softball will be front and center in 2028 here. Take a good look at the field that you see on the screen today and remember it when the Olympians show up here to play in 3 years. Home half of the 4th inning. And I see it looks like Gonzalo Masmu, so he did stay to bat in that spot, 8-9-1. So Shaw will follow. And then back to the top of the order, Tio Migliavaca. That one's lifted high. It's going to be out of play over on the right side. Masmu, as we mentioned, from Argentina, was a member of the New York Gremlins last year, the last couple actually. Moving over to the Northeast Drillers now. Strike on the inside part of the plate. Gonzalo wanted to head down to first. 3-2 now. Or 2-2, says our scoreboard. Fly ball to shallow right field. Giving chase is everyone out there. Nobody comes up with it. And Masmu, showing off that speed, slides in with a double. Good heads-up base running by Gonzalo. Watch on the replay, you'll see it. Converging on that one is Sosa, Torres, and I think Luna over there. But it falls in no man's land. And Gonzalo Masmu with a double to start things off in the fourth. Here's Zach Shaw. Zach with a single his last time up. Zach was erased on a 6-4 putout, but managed to push Zara around ahead of him. Zara coming in to score a run after leading off the inning with a base hit. Lays off the inside pitch. Two balls, one strike to Zach Shaw. Shaw went to left field last time. Called strike on the outside edge. That'll even the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss late on that one is Shaw, so he's down on strikes. He will trade bats with Tio Migliavaca, who comes up to swing for the Drillers. Migliavaca with a base hit in the first, came around to score on that 2 throwing error play. Went down looking last time against Montero. Looks off a ball away, way outside. In the hole, knocked down at short. That'll keep the run from scoring. Masmu over at third now. Good piece of hitting by Migliavaca, but some great defense by Guadalupe Ayan. You'll see it on the replay. Looked like it was going to be a base hit in the 5.5 hole between short and third, fully extended, enough to knock it down and keep Masmu at third. That'll bring Jordan Solario to the plate, so Masmu at third and Miggy over at first base. Good speed has Tio. Would not be surprised to see him running, trying to stay out of a double play situation perhaps. He's looking across the diamond to the skipper, Ron Hackett. High fly ball, it's playable. Rodriguez in left, he'll come in a couple steps, make the catch. The throw comes right on the bag at second. Khalil Luna looks Migliavaca back to first base. So a big important out for Max Montero on the fly out. That's out number 2. But he'll have to get by Blaine Milheim to escape any damage in the inning. Milheim 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout swinging and reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch swinging, base hit or not. It stays up, and Torres comes on to make the catch. Looked like it might be a single at the time. Fly out on the liner for the Drillers. No runs, a hit. A couple of men left at the end of 4. 5-0. Pitching change for the Drillers. It'll be on Carlos Gonzalez coming on to pitch here in the 5th. So you can close the book on Mata. He leaves the game with 7 strikeouts, surrendering 0 runs and just 1 hit. We saw young Carlos Gonzalez pitching last night, came on against the Honey Badgers. Gonzalez, a member of the Dominican Republic national team. 8-9-1 for Team Marquez, Medina, Torres, and Rodriguez. Fly ball out to left field, playable out there. It's Solario right at the 200 mark or thereabouts. 1 out. Winner of this game will advance to a winner's bracket semifinal. That to be played tomorrow at 12 noon. The winner will face the winner of the Gremlins Kegel Black Knights game. That one coming up right after this one. Swing and a miss. Shows bunt, gets it down, but it's foul off the front of the third base dugout over there. Defensive change, Masmu coming in at left field, Solario moving over to center, and the fly ball out to Makia in right field for the catch. 2 outs in the inning as Torres is retired. So if you're keeping that scorecard, Masmu to left field, Solario moves from left to center, and center fielder Migliavaca, in case you're wondering who's catching at this point, it's Miggy. Tio goes from center field to catch. Zara out of the game. Outside edge, good location by Gonzalez. So we talked about Tio Migliavaca's versatility as a hitter who can do it all. Not too many ball players play outfield and catch. Did I mention he was a left-handed catcher? I actually had one of those, the best catcher I ever had. Ron Wood Jr. played on the USA Pan American team back in the day. In for a called strike. Took a little getting used to with the glove on seemingly the wrong hand, but as a right-hander, I'm a right-hander, it actually worked to my advantage. He was able to reach over and catch the balls on that side of the plate. Taken for a ball down in the dirt, so the count even at 2-2. Gonzalez trying to get that third out. Retired the first 2 batters he's faced here in the 5th. Little change up, stays upstairs, so the count runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes on Cesar Rodriguez. Little roller up the middle. Zach Shaw making a nice play to glove it, but the momentum carries him into center field, not able to come across and make a throw. Rodriguez with another base hit. He's the owner of the 2 hits the Team Marquez squad has had today. Here's Khalil Luna, 0 for 2 on the day. Fly out and a ground out to the pitcher. First pitch swinging, a little flare down the right field line. Drops in fair. Makia will field it and chase him back to first with a throw to Inoka. Meanwhile, over to third goes Rodriguez. And Team Marquez with their first real scoring opportunity of the game. In the first, Rodriguez led off the game, got as far as second, but that was it. So now with runners at the corners, 2 outs, and the third hitter in the order, Vizcaíno, coming to the plate. Nice piece of hitting by Khalil Luna, just lofted a little flare, went with the pitch. In for a called strike. Misses downstairs for a ball. Carlos Marquez, the namesake for this team, waiting on deck. Ball upstairs, 2-1. Grounder to short, Schiller. He'll step on the bag and take it himself. Looked like he caught a shoe from the runner coming by. Looks to be okay. So the side retired for Team Marquez in the inning. They get a couple of hits. They leave a couple aboard, unable to push across that run. We played 4.5. The score 5-0 Drillers. Home half of the 5th inning for the Drillers. They'll send up 4, 5, and 6. That's Riley Macchia, Marshall Cronk, and Thomas Inoka. Macchia with that towering moonshot back in the 1st inning, put 2 runs on the board. Capped a 3-run inning for these Drillers. For those of you that missed it, you might want to check out the replay. The ball carrying all the way out to the back fence, 300 feet away. Bounced off the top of that fence. But wait till the game's over before you press the rewind. We've got some great innings ahead of us here. Macchia 1 for 2, the homer and a fly out to center field. So he's gone that way twice against Montero. Montero misses inside. And loses Macchia, so he's aboard with a walk. Montero's pitched pretty well. He was the starter, still in the game against this tough Drillers team. Take away that 3-run 1st inning, and it's a much closer ball game. There were a couple of errors in the 1st inning, along with that home run, but since then he's settled down and surrendered just 2 single runs over the course of the innings. Down the left field line, that one's going to be foul. Put a good charge into it. Did Marshall Cronk, but out in front. Want to say a quick hello to our friend Chris Bach, listening in Ontario, Canada. Longtime fast pitch booster in that area. Happy to have you in our listening audience. Little roller foul up along the left side. Cronk 0 for 2 thus far. Pop up and a ground out, swings and misses at the changeup. So he'll go down on strikes, 3rd out of the game for him, 1st of the inning. Here's Thomas Inoka. Here you see the replay. Good pitch by Montero. Good over the top rotation on that pitch. Straight back to the screen goes Inoka. That one would have come right into our booth if the window was open. So the old adage about the balls hit straight back to the screen, just missed that one, did Inoka. Thomas 1 for 2 on the day, a double and a pop-up. Just misses away. Catcher Vizcaíno trying to frame it. Upstairs, taken for a ball. Tries to check his swing. Couldn't hold up. In for a call or for a strike. One ball and 2 strikes to Inoka. Just missed. Pop up in the infield, given the sun a battle over there at first base is Carlos Marquez. Initially looked like Luna might want a part of it, then neither one. The catch finally made by Marquez. So 2 outs in the inning. Cam Schiller will be the batter. Schiller 0 for 2 on the day, a ground out and a fly out. Swing and a miss late on that one. Good location by Max Montero. Outfield for Marquez, giving Schiller plenty of room. A little flare down the left field line. That one's going to be foul over there on the left side. Foul ball over on the left side. That'll be way out of play. Off the plate away. Again, trying to keep the ball out of the wheelhouse of Schiller. Pitching him off the plate. So 2's on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And he misses upstairs, so the count full. Swing and a miss on a changeup and a beauty by Montero. Schiller waving at it, waving. Side retired, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Montero. And he strands Macchia, who led off the inning with the walk. To the 6th we go, getting late for Marquez. We'll be back with the 6th right after this. Early getting late for Team Marquez, down to their final 6 outs as we head to the top half of the 6th inning. They'll have the heart of the order coming up, though. It'll be Marquez, Garcia, and Ayan. That's 4, 5, and 6 in their batting order. Carlos Gonzalez, the Dominican Republican, came on in place of Waymo Mata, who pitched 4 solid innings for the Drillers. Carlos Gonzalez for his 2nd inning against Team Marquez. Carlos Marquez 0 for 1, had a strikeout in the 1st inning, reached on a walk, got as far as 3rd. Did not score in that inning. That was the inning that they had a walk and followed by a hit batter, got to 2nd and 3rd. Then it was strikeout from Mata. In for a called strike. Team Marquez unranked presently. They have already knocked off the number 6 ranked team in the world, Lake Crystal Ostrander. That was last night. Line shot to left field, clean single. Went the other way with a nice piece of hitting by Marquez. See it on the replay. Doesn't try and do anything other than go with the pitch. The ball was away and hard, and he slapped it right into left field aboard with a single. A pinch hitter, I think. We're going to see if we get that report in. They're doing that now downstairs. Let me take a quick peek and see if we can pick that up. Number 88, Aaron, looks like Patron. Can't quite make out that handwriting. Patnone, looks like it's spelled P-A-T-N-O-V on our scorecard, not the most legible. He is coming in as a pinch hitter for Garcia. Grounded to short, Schiller to 2nd, over to 1st, double play, and there goes the potential rally for Team Marquez. So the pinch hitter not successful in advancing the runner, winds up hitting into a double play. Familiar duo, Schiller to Shaw out at 2nd base, and Shaw completing the double play, 6-4-3. Here's the shortstop, Guadalupe Ayan. He is 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts. His first look at Gonzalez, and he flares one. Nice running catch over in foul territory by Zach Shaw. He just flat ran the ball down. Watch the replay. First pitch swinging was Ayan. Pretty well hit ball, and look where it winds up. Shaw going all the way. Tracks it down on the other side of the foul line for the 3rd out. In the inning, no runs, a hit, no one left. We go to the home half of the 6th inning. Still 5-0. Drillers on top of this one, looking to advance to another winner's bracket game. That would be a winner's bracket semifinal on tap tomorrow, 12 noon, right here on Softball Premier TV. We'll be right back.
It's time to explore, to come out and play. Our city is waiting, so what do you say? Whether daytime or nighttime, the right time is now. Finding those moments to make you go wow. Amazing new places to fit every mood. Shopping and dining. Did we mention the food? There are green parks and ballparks and water parks too. Museums, attractions, and also a zoo. The modern frontier is the friendliest place. Now is the time for your dreams to be chased.
Pitching change for Team Marquez, and it is a familiar face to fastball fans around the world. Eric Urbaneja, longtime member of the Venezuela national team. I'm sure Eric enjoyed the gold medal run that his team had up in Prince Albert just last week. Urbaneja pitched with them back in 2013 when they made it to the title game. They came away with silver medals against New Zealand that year. A veteran of the game, an outstanding changeup. We'll see what the repertoire is here in 2025. So the lefty Urbaneja coming on in place of Montero. 8-9-1 for the Drillers. That's Gonzalo Masmu. Zach Shaw. First pitch swinging out to short and bobbles it, does Ayan. Tough play to make, going in the hole, couldn't come up with it. We'll defer to the official scorekeeper. My book, it's a hit deep in the hole over. Tough play to make. We'll see how they score it. Regardless, Masmu at first base. Shaw now at the plate. Inside, taken for a ball. Over the top drop off on the pitch is Masmu showing off that speed again. Slides in safely at second base. Urbaneja, I think most people would include crafty among the terms in describing him, but good velocity when he wants it, and the signature changeup that gave hitters fits over the years. Catcher Fabian Vizcaíno is going to go out and have a quick word with him. Urbaneja, a veteran of many, many international competitions, world championships, World Cups, you name it. So not likely to be intimidated by any hitter or team in the tournament here. That one's off the plate away. Change up there it is, a beauty, little slow roller to short, over to first for the out, just in time of Zach, just ahead of Zach Shaw. Masmu moving over to third on the play. There you see the replay. He didn't quite get it in time to see the change up, but it was a good one. Back to the top of the order, Tio Migliavaca at the plate now. Tia with a base hit in that first inning, came around to score on the two throwing errors. What should have been a double turned into an inside the Parker with the errors added. Got a base hit his last time to the plate. A surprise bunt caught everybody napping. That one's in for a called strike. Hard one in the hole. That's a base hit. It'll bring home Masmu. Good piece of hitting by Migliavaca, who adds another to the hit tally. Masmu coming back to the dugout to the high fives, deservedly so. He's had a good ball game for the Drillers, getting some playing time here. Masmu used primarily as a pinch hitter or later inning substitute for the Gremlins, but at one point in the early season in 2023 had 7 or 8 hits in a row before he made an out That one drops in front of the right fielder. Migliavaca will wind up at second base. So Solario with his second hit of the game. So Miggy at second, Solario at first, good speed, both of them. Here's Blaine Milheim. Milheim 0 for 3 thus far, strikeout, fielder's choice, and a fly out to left. Change up, and that one floats in just a little bit too high. You see the body language on Urbanea with his hands held out as if to say, why or why not a strike? Nice view there from center field, from that center field camera, getting the same view that Migliavaca has, trying to look over the shoulder of Urbanea. Hard one down the line, foul. Just missed. That one stays fair. I think fair to say it's an easy double, and with the speed out there on the bases, probably chases both of those runs home. Could have been, would have been a run rule ending to this game if that one stayed fair. Foul tip, good change up. Milheim out in front. Good pitch selection by the catcher Vizcaíno after Milheim turning on the prior pitch. Urbanea pulls the string on the changeup. Hard one off the foot of Milheim, a foul ball. It'll stay right there at 0-2. Some pitchers would not use a changeup in this situation with men aboard, but Urbanea has a good one, would not surprise. There it is, a little flare to center field, coming on and diving, makes the catch. On the run, does Iran Torres. Wasn't sure he was going to get to that ball. Watch the replay. Didn't carry quite as well as it sounded like it might off the bat. There, a nice diving catch, keeps the ball right on the glove side. Milheim can't catch a break. It'll bring up Riley Macchia. Change up and just off the plate. Riley Macchia with a big 2-run homer back in the first. That was the big blow that really got the Drillers rolling. They've been in command in this game ever since. Upstairs, taken for a ball. Hard one right over the middle, taken for a called strike by Macchia, 1-1. Off the plate away. Looked like he took a little bit off of that one, not as much as the straight change. high and deep to left field, and all they can do is watch it go. Another one off that back fence. Riley Macchia, a 3-run homer, and I believe that will end it on the run rule. Riley Macchia with his second home run of the game, way out over the left field fence. 5 RBI day for the big fellow, and yes, indeed, that's a 9-0 mark, and in the 6th inning, that's a run-ahead rule in play. Final score, the Drillers 9, Team Marquez 0. The Drillers will advance to the winner's bracket semifinal tomorrow. That going off at 12 noon right here on Devon Field and right here on Softball Premier TV. Quick thank you to Luciano Lofrano and our camera person, Caro Este, doing all the work there from the booth up here on top of things. Softball Premier TV, the leader in television production for men's fast pitch around the world. He travels the world so you can go along with him and not miss any of the action. I'm Jim Flanagan. We're going to close up shop and get ready for the next one. Coming right up is the Gremlins and Kegel. We'll be back. Reset the dials. Check Softball Premier TV YouTube and click the new game. Coming right up.